We're back, we're black, and transgender or not, we're ready to get our fucking dick sucked, okay? Let me tell you something. I've been a clown. I've not been here. I've not been there. Consistency is hard for me because I'm a clown. Yeah, I'm a clown. I feel like my voice is very nasally, and I'm trying to change it. But there's a quote that I recently got a hold of. It's by Jordan Peterson. I'm not like his hugest fan. Make your bed. Go fuck yourself. It's not gonna do nothing for me, buddy. I get it, but come on, leave me alone with the fucking bed thing. I'm not. It's not gonna get me nowhere. Listen, I get it, but no. But his quote, but it's not really a quote. I just heard he just said it in a video, and I just kind of made my own quote out of it. But it says, "When in life all hell feels." When in life all hell feels like it's breaking loose and chaos is coming. I can't talk. What the fuck is wrong with me? It says, when in life all hell feels like it's breaking loose and chaos is coming, you better be doing something that feels truly worthwhile. I have that as my screensaver because, bitch, I needed to hear that. That's something I need to hear. Listen, life has been crazy, as it always is. Life is life is never anything that's easy, overly simple. That's never the case. I feel like I'm just kind of like a little bitch recently. But I love that quote. I feel like everybody should hear that. I feel like everybody needs to have that that quote needs to be implanted into everybody's head, and then they can do what they will with it, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like as humans in this modern day society, we're kind of just thrown into this weird hamster wheel of fucking, getting a job and, going to some fucking stupid university, learning all this horse shit that isn't even valuable to begin with. And then you end up unhappy with your life because this isn't fucking natural. This isn't, not natural, but like, I don't want to do this fucking shit. I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to, I don't want to fucking sell cars and, wipe somebody's fucking ass in a nursing home. What are we doing here? I don't want to do this shit. So that quote really helped me. It helps me get through my daily life. There's a lot of things I have to do. I'm wearing the sunglasses because it gives me confidence. It really does. I wear them all the time, even like when it's dark outside. I'll wear them in a fucking restaurant. I don't care. I don't like looking people in the eye. Honestly, it's like kind of weird. So there's that. I got the hat on because listen, my dad's bald. Okay, I think my hairline is like kind of receding. So we're going to save up $10,000 fucking dollars to get, the hair implants. I have it, but listen, I don't want to be fucking bald. So we're going to do that for sure. Did I say you get your hairline from your mom's dad? So, like, if that's the case, then we're good. I'm not sure if my hairline is actually receding. I'm just, like, scared of it. I probably shouldn't be wearing a fucking hat because, like, I heard, like, the vitamin D is, like, good for your scalp. But then who fucking knows? Because, I shaved my head recently and, I went outside for a fucking walk, and my head essentially just scorched, and I woke up the next day, and there's just fucking, scalp skin all over my fucking head, or all over my bed, and it was just the filthiest, nastiest, fucking grossest thing I have ever, had to deal with. My head was all bumpy, I thought I had cancer, it was a whole thing. Because, I did a buzz cut on myself about a year ago now. I had the John Lennon hair, I only shop at Sprouts, and, I just went through that whole John Lennon phase, and with the long hair, and so I shaved all the fucking hair off, went to Target, just bought the clippers, had a Britney Spears moment. It is what it is, we all have a breakdown here and there, but, so, I started to grow it out again a little bit. Listen, I was not going to go back to the John Lennon stage, though. I'm never going back to that. Never. I don't want long hair again. I don't like that fucking shit. It looks weird. It looks creepy. Every time I look at myself in those pictures of me with the long hair, I just want to die. It just looks terrible. But So yeah, recently I shaved again because listen, I want to like improve my looks a little bit just for me, so just because I feel like that's part of like having confidence is like it's like part of it, not all of it, but part of it being able to look in the mirror and be like, okay, I look okay, at least. So recently I kind of not recently. I'm all over the place. But about a couple of months ago, 3, 4 months ago, I said, listen, I'm going to start styling I'm going to grow my hair out a little bit. I'm going to start styling my fucking hair. What's that guy's name from Soundgarden? Chris Cornell. I wanted my hair kind of like that, like he was at the MTV Awards in like I think it was '99 or '90. I think it was '94 actually, and he has like this like it's kind of like slicked back, and it's like kind of it's like slicked but like kind of spiky. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell, but that's kind of hair I wanted. So then I kind of grew it out a little bit, and it got almost to that length, and so like I started to slick it back. But then I was like, who the fuck do I think I am? Tom Cruise? He's like, I just cut it again, and I'm bald again, and I like it better, because, like, I just want to roll out of bed, honestly, and just be fucking ready. Take a shower sometime. I shower at night. I wake up in the morning, I don't be bothered with nothing. Leave me alone. Don't call me, don't text me, um, I just want to wake up and be ready. That's my thing. I really don't want to put a bunch of effort into all this superficial shit that really kind of doesn't matter. So there's that. And no, listen, I know I just said don't call me, don't text me, but please call me and text me. I need that, because I'm in a situation recently where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I have to. I've got to put my fucking self out there a little bit more. Because I have for so long, but like I'm introverted, but like I can't. It doesn't work anymore. It's like that doesn't work. As a teenager, that works. As like a younger guy, that really, like, I'm still young. I'm only 20. I just turned 24, but like it doesn't work. Like you can't just like be alone all the time. It's really dark and kind of gets depressing because it's like I could see if like I don't know. I really don't fucking know. At a certain point, it's just like you can't. You just don't. It just doesn't feel right anymore. Like you've got to fucking talk to people. You got to have some sort of human contact. And I'm doing my best. I'm on the fucking Tinder. I'm gonna get my dick sucked on Thursday. I'm working on it. I've got plans. It's we're in action. It's working. I've been reading books on human interaction, and listen, I've learned a few things. Do I think that's really going to help? I don't know, but listen, you got to do something. You got to do something. You can't just sit around like a half a clown and just expect things to come to you. If you think you're just gonna sit around and things are just gonna happen for you, that's like me telling you, Kurt Cobain's gonna come back from the dead and fucking restart Nirvana. It's not gonna happen. It's never going to happen. You have to do things yourself. You have to. You can't just sit around and be a clown. It doesn't work that way. And I've been very, 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 very addicted to coffee lately. And nothing's changed. I mean, like I've been drinking coffee now for like a couple of years. And I used to make my own coffee all the time. I was like, I'm gonna save money, but come on, leave me alone with the $5 a day. If you can't, that's so dark and depressing. And listen, I get it. You got to do what you got to do, especially if you're a big family of like 3 or 4, or even like a single person like me, but like just they don't have no money. I get it. Like, please don't go spend money. But like, I'm not in the situation. I really should not. I don't want to be in like a scarcity mindset all my life. I want to be able to like have the confidence of like I can make money. I know how to do this, and actually enjoy my life. I'm so sick of like the whole, just save as much money. I'm done with that. I'm over it. Honestly, I really am. So I've just been, I go to Starbucks every day. I go to Starbucks every morning. The fucking people over there know who I am. Hey, Zeph, it's the same thing with Chipotle. I walk in, hey, it's just a thing. It's embarrassing sometimes. I won't lie, but then not really, because like, go fuck yourself. Who cares? I just do like a black cold brew. I like an American. I can't talk. I like an Americano. I only do iced drinks, by the way. I don't like hot coffee. I'm not into that. I mean, it has its place. If it's fucking cold out, if it's -10 degrees outside, yeah, Give me I'll take a hot coffee every once in a while. I'm still gonna drink cold coffee in cold weather. Don't get me wrong. It can be 10 degrees outside. I'm over here drinking it. Can I get it here? It is what it is. That's just how I am. But yeah, I've just been doing black coffee, cold brews. Again, I will do an Americano every time or sometimes. I don't like the Americanos from Starbucks though. I will not lie, and it's because I don't know how they make them, but I think that they're putting hot espresso into a plastic cup, and so like the coffee tastes like espresso or a plastic. So not great. But there's a place called Black Rock Coffee. The guy who works there, he wants to suck my dick or something. He gives me free shit sometimes, which is great. I love that. I gave him a $20 tip too. That's probably why I'm trying to give more out right now. I'm trying to not be such a fucking clown or I just don't want to be stingy. So that's probably why he's nice to me. But the Black Rock place is like where I will get an Americano and always like it because they just make it a certain way. They don't put fucking hot liquid in plastic and you're eating fucking plastic and then you feel like fucking shit later it's just I don't know why Starbucks would do that unless they're not doing that. I don't, maybe the plastic is just like weird at Starbucks. I don't fucking know. Lately I've actually been trying to avoid as much plastic as I can. It's not working. I've got I feel like vomiting. I've got is this a canteen? I don't know. I've also got a glass, like kind of like a milk jug. It's not from milk. It's I got it from Sprouts. Inside it originally was cold brew coffee, pre-made. Ooh, I'm talking a lot and I can't breathe. and so they charge you $2 for a bottle. Go fuck yourself, okay? So I don't buy that no more. But I kept the bottle. I didn't throw it away, and I put water in it and I drink it sometimes. I haven't been using it lately because the I don't know, it like smells funny. It's like I wash it and it smells fucking weird. It's like I don't know, but. There's that. Trying to avoid plastic because it's got like phthalates and parabens. And listen, I want my nutsack to work. I'm trying to have kids eventually. I want, that's another thing too. Like I've been realizing, like I actually do want kids. If you would have asked me that a year ago, I'd say no, I don't want fucking kids. I don't, I'm kind of, because like I am very self-centered. It's because like I just want to be the best person I can be. And so like right now, I'm very self-centered. I do not want kids right now. But I specifically want sons. I'm not gonna lie, I would be very upset if I had a daughter. I don't want a daughter. I know like that's probably going to happen because my dad and his brother had 2 daughters and 1 son, and I don't know, probably gonna be the same for me too. Like I feel like I don't know how that's determined, but like I'll probably have a daughter as well. But I don't know. My sister had a son first. I don't know how this shit works. Okay, who do you think I am? Fucking Dr. Fauci? I don't know. But I do want a son. I saw a little boy today at Starbucks. He was really cute. I don't know. I just look at little boys now. Not creepy. Listen, I'm not a fucking pedophile, but I just look at little boys and they just bring me like a certain level of joy. I don't know what it is. So yeah, want a son. When I'm ready. I'm not trying to have a kid and be like, broke and shit like that. I don't want to do all that, but which I don't know. Maybe that's not such a terrible thing because like at the same time, like I don't want my son to have like an easy life. Like I want him to have a hard life. Not like I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to raise my kid, but I don't want him to have everything just handed to him. I don't want that. I don't want him to be like an entitled like just little bitch. He's gonna work out as a teenager. Like I'm gonna make his fucking ass work out. He's gonna make money. I'm gonna teach him how to actually have leverage in a business and make money. I don't even think I would want my kids to go to public school, honestly, or even like a private school. Like I just feel like a lot of that shit is so useless. And so I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't have everything fucking planned out. That's like not even in my mind right now, but like I think about this sometimes. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna send my kids to fucking public school. you know. But at the same time, it's like, well, actually, public school it's not bad, because like I feel like that's where you go and you learn social skills and you learn how to talk to people. I feel like that's where my social skills kind of went down because like I wasn't like in middle school. I was very sociable. Like I didn't hang out a lot. Like after school, I'm not gonna lie. Like once I got out of school, once school was over, I said you want to hang out? No, motherfucker. I just saw your ass all day. I just saw you for like 8 hours. No, I don't want to fucking see your ass. What are you talking about? Meanwhile, occasionally I would see them. A couple of times a week I would for just a short period of time there. I used to go to skate country and roll around in the fucking ring with all them people. But that ended. That ended. You can't do that every day. Yeah, that's just a short. That's just like a season of life. Who wants to roller skate? The roller skating place here is so goddamn tiny. It's not even fun anymore. Like people go there and just like, what are you doing here? There's an old guy that used to go all the time. He was a gangster at it, but yeah, stupid. Meaningless. Honestly, just dumb. But ooh, girl, my lips are drier than a road. I've been putting pink Himalayan salt in my water, just for like electrolytes. I've been going crazy in the gym. I was at the gym yesterday with my cousin, and damn, I went hard. I went so hard that like I was having muscle cramps because like I had just been sweating like a freaking. I was sweating like just a savage. I was sweating like crazy. My armpits smelled like diarrhea. It was it was a whole thing. God, I honestly feel like throwing up after that. I'm not gonna lie. But I've been putting Himalayan salt in my water. I started today, and I don't like it. It doesn't taste. It tastes like fucking like semen or something. It's just like the worst taste in the world. But damn, why are my lips so goddamn dry? Oof. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's been my life lately. Whatever I said, I don't even remember. I'm literally just going off the top of my head. I have a few notes right here, but I'm just freestyle on this fucking shit. I have not been consistent with this. It's hard, but, because like a podcast is hard to do if you're not like doing things. If you're not actively doing like a bunch of shit all the time, like then there's nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? Like at least for me, like I don't really know. I just don't really know how to do all that. But my life lately has been crazy. So maybe we can talk about maybe we can talk about all that shit. Yeah. Just I mean, it's nothing like. I mean, I think everybody goes through all this shit. Me personally, I'm like a savage though. Like I'm just like so. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And so it's hard it's hard to do things and get no results. It's hard to do things for a long period of time and get zero results. And it's also hard to balance everything in life. It's hard to like do multiple things, and I'm finally realizing like I don't even know if that's possible. Like it's like and like if you look up advice, it's like should I just do one thing at a time? And you've got people who will tell you yes, and then you've got people who will tell you no, and then it's just like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because like I don't know how to balance everything in my life. And maybe that decision has to come down to who I am as a person. So maybe I just need to figure that out for myself. I'm thinking that like yes, I need to do one thing at a time, because I feel like it's like cliche, but like a plan B, like it just makes your plan A not work. If you're always comfortable, why try? You know what I mean? Like when I first started the little business that I have that makes me the money now, I didn't have anything. I didn't have parents to live off of. I didn't have money in my bank account. But I had bills. I had an apartment. I had car insurance. I had to feed myself. So it worked because I had no other option. I remember sitting at a bus stop as like a younger guy, like probably 19 or maybe even 17, 18, 17, 18, 19, somewhere in between there. And being like, this has to work because I literally have nothing else going on for myself. Because, like, I'm not going to college. I don't want to do that. That is going to just be a very destructive path for me because it's not what I want to do. It's not what I want my life to be like. So yeah, I feel like that's why it works because like I had nothing else to rely on. Like I had to work at that. Um, Fear too. Fear is a really good motivator. Fear is a great motivator. I started to make a lot more money in that business when COVID hit. Because everything was shutting down and my state. I live in Arizona, so my state we closed down for like 2 or 3 months, and before we closed, I had about 9 grand in my savings. And by the time we reopened, I had probably five or six. And at the time, they were talking about how they might close down again. So it was like, well, fuck, like, how long is this going to go on for? So once they reopened, I was like, I have to make as much money as possible because I don't know what's going to happen and I have nobody to rely on. So I ended up I think I saved I made a living, and on top of that, I saved like 40 grand that year. And that was all just fear driven. Like I I was just so scared of not having enough money to live that I pushed myself beyond my limits, and it wasn't like and I don't know. I mean, at the time they were passing out all that stimulus money, and like there was just a ton of money in the economy, and so a lot of people in my field just made a bunch of money. Like a lot of money. I wish that I would have been more knowledgeable at the point because then I could have made a ton more money. Not that that's not possible now. It's just like I'm at a point where like I just don't even want to do that shit anymore. And maybe like that's just not how life works. But I don't want to even give into that type of mindset. I want to be able to do what I want with myself. Luckily, I'm not poor. Luckily, I do have money. I'm not rich, but like I do have money, and I don't have to worry about next month's bills or my next meal like a lot of people do. And I don't know. It's just so hard to. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, life's been crazy. I went a month without eating any really bad food, and then my sister invited me out to go eat. My older sister, and so I had a hamburger, I had a milkshake, I had fries. She had 2 milkshakes. Jesus. And I'm not kidding you, I felt like fucking garbage. I had a headache. I had no energy the next day. This was next day. So like I ate the food, next day woke up, I had no energy. I had a headache. I just did not feel good. So there's that. I don't know what it is too lately. Like I go through like phases where like I'm like feeling really good, and then like I go through phases where like I just like am so tired all the time. And today's one of those days where like I'm just tired. It's maintaining my energy levels is so hard. You know what I think it is? I think a lot of carbohydrates for me doesn't work. I think like eating things like rice is just it makes me tired. So like the best the diet that like I can sustain like a normal amount of energy is just like a ton of meat. So like normally like a good meal for me is like a pound of ground beef with like 12 ounces of like potato. It's like I mean that's still carbs, but like it's mostly protein, and I feel best that way. So, but I don't like cooking. I don't fucking like cooking. So it's hard for me to do. I hate cooking. You know what it is too? I don't like cleaning. I don't like cleaning. So what I usually do is I'll just like go to Chipotle and I'll get a bowl with half chicken al pastor, half steak, and then I'll get double rice. A trick too, like as someone who goes to Chipotle as much as I do, you're gonna run into an issue where your food is gonna be soggy. Like your rice is gonna be wet and like soggy. And the trick is don't get the beans, because what happens is a lot of the times the beans have got a lot of liquid in them, and so when they pour all of those beans onto your rice and your meat, your fucking food just gets soggy. So ever since I stopped getting the beans, my rice and my food is never ever 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 soggy. So that's a trick if your food is soggy at Chipotle. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm also trying to. I talked about this a little bit earlier. I'm also trying to escape my introverted mind. I don't want to be introverted anymore. I'm trying to make friends. It's just hard too, because like I guess I have like kind of high standards, and I don't know if I should, because like I'm not sitting here saying like I'm like so special and like, oh my god, I'm not. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to have like I don't want to be like arrogant. I don't want to be like I'm better than you, but like somebody my age, the typical person my age is partying all the time, drinking, doing drugs, even smoking. Like I don't even smoke weed anymore. I've smoked a few times on in the podcast, but like it was CBD. Like I don't do I don't do a ton of THC. But I'm not even doing the CBD anymore. Like, I got a whole ounce of in my bedroom. I got a whole ounce right here. It's literally right here. This desk was in my room at one point. Ooh, it smells so good. Damn, that shit is so bomb. I ran out of papers though, so like that's another reason why I don't. What? There's a paper right here. What the fuck? This was literally empty. Okay, I'm tripping out right now. How was this not? There's literally a bunch of papers, and this thing was empty before. This is a sign to smoke. No, we're not going to do that. That is so crazy. It was literally empty. I don't understand what's going on. What was I talking about? Oh, introversion. Yeah, so I don't do drugs, I don't drink, and so I would be considered like a boring person. So it's just hard for me to make friends because I don't participate in destructive behavior. I don't want to. It's doing things that I know I'm not supposed to be doing, or doing things that I know are not good for me. It makes me, just the idea of that makes me sad, because like I literally am on a path of like just like let's just fucking be a savage and like be the best person we can, so that we can not hate ourselves and not be a fucking loser. I do not want to be a loser. I really, 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 really do not want to be a loser in my life. It literally is my biggest fear of all time. So we're doing our best. We're doing our absolute best to not be a fucking loser. I don't know if I'm on the right path. I don't know what it is exactly what I'm doing. I have no guidance. I don't have, I don't know who to listen to, because I don't know anybody who wants to do what I do. I don't know. So I'm just doing the best I can. I'm just doing what I can at this point. But I want friends at the same time. Like I want to have people to hang out with, but I want them to be relatable. I don't want to sit around and talk about, I fucked this chick in the ass. I don't care about none of that. I don't, great. I got a Tinder date on Thursday. I get it. We all have needs, but come on. I don't want to talk about none of this. I don't want to drink. No, I don't want to fucking hit a joint. Maybe once in a while, but I don't want to do that right now. No, I don't want to talk about how your sister's, I don't want to talk about none of that. You know what it is? I hate small talk. I said it like 1,000 times, and I just went on a trip with my family, and I feel like I was kind of weird. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I just sat there sometimes and said nothing. But that's just how I am. Like, I don't know how, like, here's the thing. I'm like a really chill person. Like, I'm very mellow a lot of the times, especially when I'm around a bunch of people I don't really know. It's like, I'm not awkward. Like, people might look at me like that dude's awkward. I'm not awkward. I'm just very chill and mellow, and I don't want a bunch of attention. all the time. You know what I mean? Like, because like naturally, I'm kind of introverted, and I know that because like when I'm in big crowds of people, it literally people don't understand. Like if you're not introverted, when you're around a bunch of people and you're conversating and it literally feels like that shit just drains your energy out of you. It feels like it drains your energy. It really genuinely does. So there's that. And but here's the thing. I don't want to say I'm introverted because I don't want to be. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to box myself into that type of mindset of like I'm introverted because like I feel like you just make your situation even worse when you do that. Because like I feel like even introverted people can be social. Just they need to be social around the right people. Which is hard for me again. Like I just said, I don't participate in destructive behavior, like literally at all. So, if somebody offers me a drink, I tell them no, and it's a no, and I mean it. And listen, there has been times in the past where somebody has asked me to take a sip, and I have, okay? And it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It was not the worst thing in the world, but I also just didn't really get anything good out of it. It didn't excite me. I didn't feel great. But I'm also not gonna lie. Like I've also lately possibly even considered like, okay, so maybe I can drink only in social situations. Like I know this is stupid because I'm sitting here telling you like I don't do that, but like I've considered like maybe like I'll do that like if I'm at dinner with like people and they're all having a drink. But then just like, but I don't want to have to give into that just because like that's what. I don't know. I don't want to be weak. That's the thing too. I don't want to have to like do what everybody else is doing just so like I can fit in. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird. It's a weird thing to even consider. So that's my life. That's what I've been going through lately. A lot more. Literally the past like. Let me think. I've been wanting a different life for a couple of years now. I'm not gonna lie. I've literally been wanting a different life a couple of years. Like when I started doing this, I wanted a different life. But now more than ever, it has to happen. Like I literally need a different life. But like the past like 6-7 months have just been like kind of like eye opening and like life changing. But like girl. These past like 3 months, whew, girl, we went through a time where we were crying every day. I mean, it was a dark time. But listen, I'm a savage. We get through it. Yeah, it is what it is. When people say, "Oh, life's," I don't know. I feel like life's not supposed to be easy. Like life's not supposed to. This is what I tell people. Like, if you expect to always be happy, it's like how are you supposed to ever appreciate it? You know what I mean? Like you only appreciate happiness because you've been sad before. If you're always happy, you don't know any different than that. So like it's like love everybody. What are you talking about? How much if I love everybody, then love has no meaning to it. You know what I mean? So and truly like difficult times make for strong ass people. They really do. They really do. And I'm not saying, like, there was this video I was watching, and like he was kind of saying the same thing that I just said right now. And he was like, I'm not saying to go put yourself through a bunch of shit. And like, I don't know, like, I just thought that was funny that he was just like, I'm not telling you to go put yourself in hard situations on purpose. And I thought that was so funny because it's like, who would do that? Like, maybe that would work, And you know what? I think I actually used to do that because like I used to do that. I used to be a long distance runner, and I mean it does make you stronger, like mentally. Like I miss running a lot. I miss that. The last time I went running, I was like, why did I stop? Because like in the moment, it hurts and it's not fun, but like you feel good. You know what I mean? Like mentally, you feel really good. But also, I'm in the gym like a savage throwing around dumbbells, so it's like that feels good too. But cardio is like another thing. I don't know if I don't know if long distance cardio though is that great for you. It can't be. Like you're always because my body used to hurt all the time. I would wake up like in the morning and like just small movements would hurt. Like I feel like an old man all the time. Um, and once I stopped doing that, I felt good. My body was not hurting anymore. Like even during runs, like my back would be in pain because like you're just pounding on all your muscle and shit through the whole time. And like I wasn't just running a few miles; I was doing like no less than 10 miles a day. Sometimes a couple times a week I would do 15-mile days, which is crazy. Like I like the last time I went running, it was only like a mile or two, and like I was like, how the fuck did I do this for 10 to 15 miles? Like I was like a different animal then. Um, and like I looking at that, it's a good example of like understand because like when I said that, like when I said like I don't know how I did that, I also was thinking I could never do that again. But it's like, but you can though. It's just like you don't understand that because you got to put in the reps and you got to put in the practice. It's like I didn't get up to the 10 miler right away. I mean, like I was running several years before I got to that point. On a daily basis. Unless of course I injured myself, which at first I remember would happen a lot. I would injure myself and I'd take like a week off. But as you become more and more, as your body becomes more and more adjusted to that amount of running, like even if you are injured, you just run anyways. You know what I mean? Like my legs would be in pain and I would just continue going. Because like at some point your legs just go numb. I mean, like a lot of times my feet would be numb. Like I didn't feel my feet. And I remember sometimes I would come home, take off my shoes, and I'd be walking around the house, and there's traces of blood everywhere. And I used to look at that as like a badge of honor, and it's cool, I guess. It's like stupid cool. Like, come on, dude, you're hurting yourself. But I don't know. It's just I was a different person then, and I kind of like that. I did do that because, again, like I feel like now I could never run 10 or 15 miles, but it's like you just have to practice and get good at it. And I feel like that aspect that that's like you can take that and use that in every part of your life. You know what I mean? Like whether that's in a different workout regimen or like your career or just anything you want to do. Like I feel like now I'm understanding like why people say you need to try things and you need to try a lot of things and you need to do a lot of things to really realize that, because the things that you are good at, I don't know what I'm talking about, but the things that the things that you do end up getting good at some point, you're like, I could never do that, and so and then you end up doing it, and you're like, okay, well that's an important lesson of like, you can do things, you just have to really do them. You got to do them a lot, and you've got to do them correctly, and then it'll work. You know what I mean? So that's an important lesson. I feel like everybody needs to understand that. But it's hard even when you do know that, you forget. And then like, especially when you're going through something, it's like, especially when like whatever you're doing, it isn't working. It's like those types of lessons don't even matter. It's like, this isn't fucking working, and why? And then you give up. You give up, and then I don't know. It's hard. It's really, 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 really difficult for me to give up. Like I'll take time off, but like it's so difficult for me to give up. It's like I feel like shit when I do. Because I you know what it is? I think the things that I do, I genuinely want to do, and I genuinely want to be good at. But when I'm not getting anything out of it, it's like, what the fuck? What's going on here? So yeah. I've gone over a lot. How many more? We're like 40 minutes. Yeah, I have no other notes. I have nothing else to say. I think my fucking light is out of frame, but I don't care. I've got all this money invested in this equipment. It's not even that much, but it's definitely like a couple $1,000s. It's not that much. I don't even know how to use this equipment for anything else. I have two mics because at one point I had a co-host. that quickly fell apart. That sucks. I really want to co-host. I feel like I would be so much better off with one. You know what? You know what's funny? Like when you're doing something like recently, I've been working out with my cousin, and like I've been pushing myself even harder because like you know you want to I don't know. I push myself even harder when somebody else is watching. I guess I don't know what that is, but it's true. So if you want to get good at something, um, do it with somebody else, because then maybe you know what it is. It's like competitiveness. It's like, bitch, you're never catching up to me. I'll fucking slay your ass. And that's how I am. I'm very competitive. Um, yeah, which is good. You should be competitive. That's what life is, especially as a male. As a male, you want to be a savage. At least I do. I want to be a fucking savage. But anyways, I'm going to end this. I have nothing else to say. My lips are dry. I've had 10,000 cups of coffee today. Yeah, I'm gonna go put some fucking chapstick on. All right. Bye.